but it'll come way back.
Are you invested in any of the cryptocurrencies out there right now?
Yeah, so we own Herjavec Group, which we're a $200 million cybersecurity company. I can't invest in something that my enemy uses as funds. So most of the ransomware is bought through Bitcoin, which is one of the early drivers on it. We are heavily invested, though, in two-factor authentication and certain stocks that require Bitcoin. If I don't know who's sending me the money, identity becomes a big area. So there's a bunch of stocks, people like SailPoint, CyberArk, that do identity and can prove that Morgan is really Morgan online. So you're going to see a lot of growth in those kind of stocks.
You mentioned the underlying technology. As somebody focused on cybersecurity, I mean, the security of the blockchain is one of the selling points, but is it adaptable to most of these kind of corporate and government uses that you might have clients
Yeah,
doing?
Mike, very, very much. Blockchain is the future, and this idea of a secure transaction and that handshake between transactions and being able to verify, absolutely. The downside is the exchanges are not regulated. And so you see some hacks. What was the hack in Japan? They stole $500 million worth of Bitcoin. So they're not regulated and they're not secure. You can hack anything, but the fundamental transaction is very secure. You're going to see it in healthcare, you're going to see it in airlines, consumer businesses, across the board.
Really, really interesting, and I do agree with him that we do need some regulation because it is going to be healthy for the market, and it's going to allow other investors, especially big institutional investors, to come in. And that's another issue when you're looking at this market cap of only 500 billion. There's a lot of people that do want to invest in cryptocurrencies, but because it has a lot of this dark money issue, and once again, there's an easy argument that as much as cryptocurrencies are used for dark money, I mean, you got U.S. cash, that's the king of dark money. But he does make a great point, and there is security issues, but this will all be corrected over time. I mean, that's the great thing about technology, is that there's always exploits, there's always bugs in technology that people will find, and over time as a society we're going to improve it. And that's why I'm bullish on cryptocurrencies, is that yes, there are some issues, yes, there isn't any regulation right now, and yes, it is easy to hack some of these exchanges. That's why I highly recommend that if you have more than $10,000, you should not have it on one wallet or exchange. It should definitely be split among multiple exchanges, multiple wallets. He makes a great point, but for my opinion, I think that we are going to see a bull market. We're going to see growth at least this year. In 1 year, cryptocurrency should easily hit over $1 trillion. We're already at a $500 billion market cap, so it's easily going to double, if not maybe triple. So the key question is there going to be dips coming? Yes, I do feel like we're going to hit some dips. We've been getting a lot of positive news, so we're not too far away from maybe another correction or dip. When it's going to happen, I don't know, but that's why I highly recommend that if you are investing in cryptocurrencies, that you're buying in the lower periods when you see these crashes, when everything is red and the sky is falling. These are the times you should be buying. And then when you have these periods of good growth, you should just be waiting for the next dip. And like I said, if we hit some good benchmarks, like I said, if we start hitting 800 billion again market cap, or $1 trillion, you might want to take some profits off. But if you live in the United States, you do have to worry about taxes. And for me, I'm holding all my cryptocurrency for at least a year because I only want to pay long-term capital gains tax, which is much, much lower. It's 10%, where if you're in the top tax bracket and you live in a state like California, you could be paying up to 50% in income tax, which would be terrible. So what I recommend right now is, if you have an opportunity to buy for another dip, like I said, you should be placing orders to buy if it does start to go down again. I think that's a good time to buy. If you haven't bought, I mean, maybe you put in a little amount, but I'm now waiting. I did most of my purchasing a week ago when Bitcoin was like 6,000-7,000. I did start buying when Bitcoin did take a dip under 10,000. I mean, it was a long time since Bitcoin had went down that far. And like I said, I'm very bullish. I'm holding. I do see the Bitcoin dominance has been going up, so the altcoins are slowly losing the dominance. So it looks like Bitcoin is going to be king for a while, and it's going to probably outperform the altcoins. But only time will tell. And like I said, I do see another correction coming when there's going to be bad news by the media on regulation. But like I said, if you're a long-term investor, if you're in it for over a year and you don't want to pay income tax, you want to pay long-term capital gains tax, I mean, this is still a good time to buy. If you're buying and holding for a year, even at these prices, you're still going to get a decent deal, not a great deal. And like I said, if you have a good amount of cash, I would just maybe put in like 10-20% and just wait for another dip. We're going to see another dip sooner or later. Be patient. But the long-term outlook, and like I said, if you own 0 cryptocurrencies, I would still, like I said, pick up $100, $200 worth. And if you guys don't know, Robinhood now has 0 trade fees, and you can, if you live in California, you can buy crypto with Robinhood with 0 trades. But obviously, there's other exchanges too, like Gemini. I like GDAX. It's a Coinbase. You have to sign up for Coinbase, but that's where I do most of my purchasing, and I just use limit orders. So try to get into this market, take advantage of it, and we're going to see what's going to happen. But when it comes to hacks and stuff like that, like the Shark Tank guy was talking about, I mean, you only really got to worry about that if you're putting in large sums of money. And if you do, definitely spread it around multiple exchanges. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversification is key. If you're still watching this, please subscribe to the channel and like the page if you're watching this on Facebook, and I will talk to you guys soon.